Hello everybody, I hope you're having a really fantastic day. It's really good to be back with a curly hair video today. I'm doing a real-time video for you. I've cut out only parts where I'm not in the screen and or my kids came in and were crying. So I'm going to show you everything I've been doing with my long curly hair. It's now pretty long. I wouldn't say it's extremely long yet, but it is definitely very long and quite difficult to manage. So I'm just showing you what I do on a wash day, which is kind of exactly the same as stuff I've done before. So for those of you that have been with me for a long time, you'll think it's probably pretty similar. As you can see, I'm styling with a Denman brush. Big surprise there. I start by just brushing it all through because as it's now so long, it just gets so knotty. I usually start from the bottom kind of and then to detangle and then work my way upwards. And then I just used a regular shampoo and conditioner. I don't think it really matters which one you use, so long as it's curly girl friendly and hasn't got too many chemicals. Obviously, I try and go for as natural as possible, but here I think I was using up Shea Moisture Black Castor Oil shampoo and Inecto coconut conditioner. Both are pretty cheap and definitely not the most natural, planet-friendly items, but I'm using up what I've got. And then I'm just raking in some Flora & Curl curl lotion. I'm using up all of my products. I went through a stage where I started out curly girl. I bought basically every single kind of product to try and find which ones I like the most. And now I've got to use up the ones I don't like as much. And because I only wash my hair every 4 or 5 days, it takes a while to get through them all. So I've got still loads of product left to go through, but I'm determined to go through it instead of just chucking it in the bin. So here you see me do the actual styling portion of my hair with the Denman brush. I simply just go down over my hair and then finger coil all the way up as tight as I can. And then I do that in probably 4 to 6 sections on each side of my head. And that seems to work all right for the amount of volume that I have in my hair. I know you could do more sections and be more specific, you probably get more root lift, but this works just fine for me. This hair routine is only 20 minutes long and I am so proud I've managed to get it to 20 minutes. It used to take me a whole hour to do my hair and it used to drive me crazy that it took that long on a wash day, and wash days I don't feel like my hair is always as amazing as on a refresh day, for example. So anyway, one of the reasons I only want it to take 20 minutes is because I love spending time with my kids, and it used to annoy me so much it took a whole hour to do my hair because I just want to spend time with my whole family. They're amazing. Anyway, I got disturbed by them about 3 times whilst I was doing my hair, and in this one I think I'm telling my husband that he was asking why I've got the camera on, and I think I was just saying that I do my hair much better when I've got the camera on and that I can share it if I want to. And there's my son in the background being super cute and looking in the camera. Again, not quite sure what's going on because I haven't had the camera on for a really long time. Anyhow, this whole growing out my hair process is taking ages. My hair grows so slowly, but I'm determined to keep it in good condition. I managed to have it cut, I think, November, so just before lockdown number 3, and I'll probably have it cut probably in May or something like that, just a real little trim of the ends. I might get a few more layers next time I go, just to kind of help the layers on the top. As you'll see when it dries, they're just a bit dry. Now, the main thing I find wonderful about doing that Denman brush and then finger coil is that it just stops the knots, and especially with such long hair, it just gets incredibly knotty incredibly fast. I find it really difficult, especially at the nape of my neck. There's a patch that just is always super knotty and I have to brush it out almost every single day, which means it's really hard to keep my hair as perfectly curly as I think I probably like ideally, but also I've just become a lot more relaxed about my hair. Anyway, so here you see me scrunching in a load of Flora & Curl gel, which I actually really like the Flora & Curl products. They seem to last for a really long time and they don't seem to build up in my hair or make it feel, I don't know, sort of greasy or sticky or anything like some other gels can. Anyway, I'm just trying to make sure it goes all over in my hair. And then I think I probably feel like there's probably quite a lot and I'm going to scrunch some of it out with a towel. So I'm going to go and find a t-shirt not a towel, sorry. And then I'm just going to scrunch it out. I probably didn't need to do this step. I probably had just enough in there, but it's really difficult to determine when my hair's so long. I still haven't quite figured out the exact proportions of each product that I love. I think that's one reason to stick with like one product that you really like, is then you know exactly how much you need of it, because it's so difficult when you switch from product to product to know exactly how much, and it's so easy to get too much or too little. So my son is obsessed with my hairdryer, and you will see him try and dry my hair for me here, which is very, very sweet of him. I love how he wants to join in everything that I'm doing, and also anything that's like a machine, he's just game for figuring out how that works and just taking part, which is very, very sweet. My kids are now 5 years old and a year and a half, and my daughter, I cut her hair the other day. She's got this gorgeous auburn red hair. It's got a little bit of a curl at the back, but it's mostly sort of flat on the top. She's got a double crown on the back of her head, so that makes for perfect fringe material. And I did cut her fringe the other day, which was the first time I cut her hair. She super needed it. There we go, look at her. Oh my days, she's so beautiful. And I did one cut on that fringe, which is why it's a bit wonky, but I still think it's pretty cute. Oh gosh, look at them. My heart melts. I love being a mama to those two. So one of the main reasons I wanted to do a real-time video was so that you could see every detail of me drying my hair. And that probably sounds kind of funny, and I know some of you won't want to watch that, which is fine. You just skip forward to the end and see what my hair looks like at the end. But for those of you that are interested in how I dry my hair, this is how I dry it on an average day. I feel like I just don't have that much time to do it. So this is kind of like a quick dry. It's by no means perfect, but the curls I think at the end are pretty awesome, and they lasted pretty well through the day. I just think hair drying is one of the silliest things that you'll ever see me do. I have to get into all these funny positions to make my hair dry at the roots and the ends and make sure I avoid frizz. And obviously my hairdryer with that massive thing on the end, it's just so big and cumbersome, and now my hair is so long I don't want it to get caught in the ends. Anyway, I am not a perfectionist about the way I dry my hair. I used to turn off the hairdryer every single time I switched position, and then I just realized that actually I actually don't really mind like a little bit of texture or frizz or whatever you'd like to call it. So this is how I do it now. I actually kind of really enjoy just keeping it on. I keep it still on a really low heat but max speed, and just go all over my hair. I really try and get the roots really dry. My hair doesn't take that long to dry, really. I know lots of people who have like thicker hair. Well, it will take a lot longer, but for me, it doesn't take too long. So I'm still using my really old diffuser. I think it's the Gamma one I got on Amazon. I'll link it down below if it's still available. I probably need to upgrade to one of those like finger ones, simply so that I'm not worried about my hair getting caught in the bottom, just from the sort of like angle of things. It would probably be easier with the amount of hair I've got. But I'm still using this one because it's still working all right for me. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's kind of the motto we have in our house. So anyway, there I am disappearing from shot because I'm trying to get all of my hair at the roots at the front, like my fringe portion, into the dryer. I told you this was hilarious, me like getting into all sorts of funky positions trying to get it dry. I did watch a video once where someone was literally just like with curly hair shaking the hair, so you'll see me do that a lot, kind of moving my roots to make sure the air goes to all of the roots. And so you know how sometimes you see someone with curly hair, like the roots look kind of stiff? I really like my hair to have a lot of movement, and so to do that I make sure there is movement whilst I'm drying, so that all of the hair is kind of at a 360 angle and there's no sort of crispy bits, crunchy bits, or bits that don't look like they're moving. So here I'm kind of aiming to get my hair pretty much 100% dry. I find that way with my long hair, it keeps that definition for longer. I actually didn't really have the time in this video to get it as dry as I wanted because I was going for a walk with a friend. And as anyone with curly hair knows, if you don't get it 100% dry before you go out, it's going to lose a lot of that definition, a lot of that volume, basically the second you step outside. So, which it did, but it was fine. I was so happy to do this video for you all, but I just wanted to tell you that I would have got it even drier had I had the time. Anyway, I'm going to put this to music now because there's still quite a lot of hair drying to go, and I don't know how much more I can say about the actual hair drying process that you'll want to hear. And anyway, here we go.
So I'm nearly done with the drying and it is looking pretty full, pretty defined, and I'm really happy with it. My curls are definitely looser now that my hair is longer, but I really love it this way. And I can't get them that much tighter just given the length of my hair and the type of curl that I have. That was just my husband coming in. The kids had had a fight and so we had to resolve that one. But yeah, I'm just basically keeping an eye on the time, but just going for as much drying as I can fit in the time before I have to leave the house. And then I'm going to whack a little bit of oil in my hair. I really only like the Rose Hair Elixir by the Innate Life. That's still like my absolute favorite HG hair oil. I think it is the best one. I find most others too greasy or give me like spots at the nape of my neck. So I'm really fussy about the hair oils I use. This one from Flora & Curl is all right, it smells fine, but the dispenser always, there's so much oil that comes out. The smell is fine, but I just don't think it does that much for my hair. So anyway, once I finished all of the hair oils, which will probably take me like another 3 years, I will be buying the Innate Life Rose Hair Elixir for sure. I love putting oil in my hair. I feel like it gives it that little bit of shine. It also just helps condition it, keeps it growing healthy, and most of all, like, it makes the ends look awesome, like really good. And I always wondered how to do that when I started off curly girl. So hair oil, that's the answer, but you only need a teeny tiny bit. So the hair is looking pretty good, don't you think? I like that the sun is out and so it's sort of catching the color a bit, and it does look a bit frizzy, but that's just because I had to do it so fast, but I do like it like that. So anyway, maybe I'll do another video where it looks absolutely perfect, but for now, I'm really happy with this 20-minute hairstyling for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment down below. I miss you all, love you all, and thank you for watching. Bye.